took this at the press conference when I was watching.
Christ.
And you can see the comparison here. Okay? So either Andy Ruiz is not 6'2" or Anthony Joshua is 7'1". You tell me.
No, Anthony's not 6'2". Anthony's barely 6 foot.
And you see what I'm talking about,
Joshua's
Anthony
about
Joshua?
6 foot.
He's wearing those shirt. You know, it looks like he hasn't shaved in a while. That shirt's definitely been, look, it's got a stain right here. It's definitely been worn at the gym a few times. It looks like a guy went to the gym in the morning. Now we look at Andy Ruiz. You know, he's not from New York. You know, he spent a lot of money in that jersey. He's got a nice...
you know why he's wearing that New York jersey?
No.
It's mental game. He's trying to take him back because that's where they fought when he knocked him out. It was in New York.
Dude, if you look at Anthony Joshua's face, I'm not saying he's forgotten about it, but he's only focused on how he's going to punish Ruiz in this fight. He wants to be able to walk, and every time he sees Andy Ruiz from this point on, say, yeah, you beat me, you stopped me. People could say I gassed out, I was a little starstruck, whatever my problem was. You know? Maybe I don't know. Maybe when he was messing around with Khan's wife, maybe he got sick. Who knows? I don't know what I don't know. But he just wants to knock Andy Ruiz out. He wants to knock him out. You know?
There's some of his former players. Oh, Toronto. Whoop, one of those guys plays for Toronto. Oh, Sonny Bill. Sonny Bill was trying boxing for a while. Sonny Bill Williams from the South Sydney Roosters.
Mm-hmm.
No, the City Roosters. My bad. City Roosters. South Sydney is the Rabbitohs. Ted Kofi, former IBO world champion. Never heard of this guy. Stop typing.
I have to. I gotta do the stream feed.
Is it not working again?
Oh no! I'm responding to people that are chiming in on our live chat with YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a YouTube thing on the side.
And they need to get this fight going. God damn, this is ridiculous.
There
was no reason to show all these prelims.
Oh boy. Well, let's see here.
No, Andy Reid, go back to the Andy Reid. So what's your prediction for what's going to be the most competitive fight of the weekend?
I'll tell you right now, honestly. And this is going to sound stupid, and maybe a lot of people are going to think whatever. I think that Hogan's going to give Charlo a much tougher fight than he anticipates. I don't think the Joshua Ruiz fight is going to be as competitive as people think it is. It's going to be. And I think that Matt Korboff frustrates Chris Eubanks, and Chris Eubanks has shown it in the past. You know, he's got a little bit of lack of heart, and he'll just quit. So
which one is going to be the most competitive fight?
Charlo and Hogan.
You think Charlo and Hogan is going to be the most competitive fight?
I think because Hogan, he's like a little rock'em sock'em roll. I mean, he's going to be in there. He's definitely not going to be afraid to engage Charlo because he's already engaged Jaime Munguia. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see him being afraid. The only thing I see is that, if Sam does something dumb and Charlo's got some pop, and Charlo catches him with a big shot, who knows? What could happen?
Well, the difference between Charlo and Munguia is what I will say is Charlo's quicker than Munguia. There's that Jaime would admit that himself. His hands aren't as fast. So when you say he's not afraid to engage Charlo, those punches are going to be coming from at a different speed.
Yeah.
Trust me. So he might be a little hesitant because he might get countered with something and realize, okay, these are coming at me a lot quicker than, not necessarily harder than Munguia, but quicker.
Well, Hogan was a lot faster fighter in that fight against Munguia than I thought he was.
No, yeah, he was.
But the thing is that I think the difference in Charlo, that you're right. I mean, as far as with the speed, but it's the accuracy. Charlo misses a lot of punches. For 4 punches that Charlo will throw, he'll land 1. He misses.
He didn't miss a lot against Korboff. I watched that fight.
He's not accurate. He's not very accurate. He missed a lot of punches. And let me tell you now, Matt Korboff, no disrespect to him, but he is not as elusive or as quick as Hogan. Hogan's I think a little slicker fighter as far as some things he does. Korbov's a little rougher guy. You know, he's going to come straight at you. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I just think I think it's gonna be another situation where Charlo's gonna get frustrated, and when Charlo gets frustrated, he gets wild, and when he gets wild, he gets caught. You know, he got hit with some big shots from Korbov in that fight. You know.
Yeah.
And Matt Korbov is not a big puncher. He's not what I would consider a massive puncher. The guy's got good pop, but he's not a Munguia or a Golovkin. You know.
Are you watching this right now?
Yeah. Watching Kostya Tszyu get hit. Hey, have you heard any updates on Kostya Tszyu after that fight? As far as his health?
Who?
Zab Judah.
Oh no, he's fine. He was at those fights the other day. He's fine.
He's doing better. He's not gonna fight anymore though.
With Cletus Seldon, right? No, he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy Jack Brubaker. It's the cockiness doesn't bother me. Whatever, he can be cocky, but what bothers me is his fighting style. His hands are so low. He's throwing his punches from here. His chin's gonna be exposed. I see Tim countering him with a right hand.
Well, one thing I noticed for the guy trying to act like he's so flashy and so whatever, his head is so stationary. I mean, he doesn't move.
I'm saying his chin's up in the air. He's just
And even having a guy like Jeff Fennick in his corner ain't gonna help him, dude. He's got no comparison to Jeff Fennick. You know.
Jeff Fennick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's nothing Jeff Fennick can do for the kid other than maybe just try to keep him calm.
Exactly. The best thing Jeff Fennick could do right now is go get a bucket and some ice to wipe up the blood, and you know, with his teeth he's gonna lose right now. You know.
Now I will say this though, like I said, Tim's gotta be careful. Tim got caught in two or three fights ago. He got caught with a good punch. He actually got dropped. It wasn't bad, but he got dropped and he got right up. So he's got to be careful because this guy's going to just try to throw caution to the wind. This guy's just going to try to go ape shit on him and just let his hands go. He's going to try to say, you know.
How was his recuperating skills? Were they like his father's?
No, they were fine. They were fine. You know, he wasn't even really hurt. It was just, you know, I think he was more caught off guard than anything. But Costa had a good chin. He got hurt a couple of times. He got hurt, you know, obviously in the Vince Phillips fight. Really, Ricky Hatton never really hurt him except when he hit him.
Well, I think the most. I wouldn't say that Tszyu was hurt, but the fight that I thought was crazy was when we went to go watch at Fantasy Springs against Hurtado.
Yeah, he got dropped in that fight.
Twice.
Yeah.
I thought it was over. We were screaming. Remember, we were right there ringside. We were screaming, dude. You know.
You were like in the 5th row. That was a great fight.
Yeah. He came back though. And I think what a lot of people didn't realize about that fight too, if you don't get a chance, go back to YouTube and watch it. Kostya Tszyu versus, say his name correctly, Mike.
Who?
Say Kostya Tszyu versus Hurtado. What was his first name? Diobeli. Yeah, go back and watch that fight from Fantasy Springs. It was what, 15 years ago, bro? 12.
Something like that, yeah. They're showing this guy Brubaker working right now. He just, like I said, he just looks like a bomber. He just looks like a guy that's gonna go in there and just try to throw ugly punches and just.
But the thing is, like I was saying about, a lot of people didn't realize about that fight with Tszyu was that when Tszyu's original opponent, I can't remember who it was at the time, but it was his original opponent had dropped out.
It was Miguel Angel Gonzalez.
That's it, right there. And then he actually stepped up to welterweight because Hurtado was a welterweight. He was a full-fledged welterweight.
No, it was at 140, bro.
No. They fought at a catchweight at 143. Hurtado had to drop 2 pounds for that fight. Because Hurtado was a welterweight. Hurtado had never fought at 140.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was because Hurtado was the number 3 ranked welterweight in the world when he fought him. That's why it was such a huge thing for what Tszyu did, and I don't know if you remember when we were talking with Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley was talk. You know, obviously there was some. Get out of here, Siri. And they were talking about Diaz was there, and he was talking about wanting to try to get a fight against him. Oh God, I'm not talking to you, Siri. I swear it's a demon.
It's a demon.
What do you call it? Shane thought it was an amazing feat that he had done that. That he had taken on a guy that was a full-fledged welterweight. Didn't have to take that fight.
Yeah.
You know?
They're showing highlights of Tim's last fight.
Oh, that's the kid who died, right? Richie?
No. This is Campanelli.
Oh.
Camilleri. Joel Camilleri.
I didn't watch this one.
Man.
The guy looks.
Yeah, it went the distance. That guy was the Australian. He was the Australian super welterweight champion. Tszyu won a unanimous decision. He won pretty much every round, but that guy was a good fighter.
Well, they have to have better highlights than what they should.
See that right hand?
Yeah.
They're showing the highlights right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing them.
Oh, damn. See that straight right there? He hits this kid with that straight right. That kid's going to sleep. Damn. He knocked out that one Argentinian guy in the first round, I think. The guy never been...
He does have similarities that I see from his father with his father. You know, in certain things, just a bigger version. But he seems like he controls himself he composes himself pretty well when he hurts somebody. Because Costas was never the type of guy to get wild when he hurt somebody, you know?
Mm-mm. He said he wanted to knock the clown out.
That's what he said. What's the odds on this fight?
Oh, I don't know. There's probably no odds on it.
Oh. Let's see who. So
make the ring walk. So in case we're now we're finally at the main event. So they're pretty close to the ring walks here. Tim Tszyu versus Jack Brubaker. Like I said, I'm hoping Tim dispatches this guy quick so I can go back to sleep.
Well, at least you got to go to sleep for a little while.
It's nice in Australia right now. It's all summertime. Look at it. It's all nice and sunny. See those pools right there in Sydney? Those ocean pools? Have you ever seen those?
The what now?
The ocean pools in Sydney, they just, from the other angle, they showed them. So basically what they are, they build these swimming pools that extend out into the ocean.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. They look like infinity pools, kind of like, right?
Kind of like that, but they're not, but you see the edge, though. It's not, but anyways, what it is it's seawater. So you're swimming in ocean water, but it's in a pool. So
that's
you're
cool.
Like, oh, see that right hand that Brubaker got hit with right there?
Yeah.
That hurt him. He fought back though. I gotta give him credit. He took that shot, but this Telford guy obviously doesn't have the right hand that Tim does. They said this was like fight of the year in Australia, his last fight.
Well, I don't see a lot of speed from the guy either, you know. And he just seems a little mechanical to me. And the way he throws his punches, he kind of throws those where he kind of do this, you know. That's
Yeah, he's throwing from his waist.
yeah,
You know?
like a hip shot. It doesn't. That's
He's
just
not
like
turning the punches over.
no.
He's throwing them like this. He's like
Yeah.
at times he's kind of slapping them. Even when he was doing the mitts right now with Fennec, he was just kind of slapping the punches. He's not really turning them over. See, they're showing another. Yeah, see, a little slappy. Yeah, like I said, Tim shouldn't have any problem with this guy. I think, like I said, this is just a.
Well, he does have a similarity to McGregor. He fights just like how McGregor fought against Mayweather. You see that? He really does.
Yeah, see that
Sloppy punches, you know, very stationary. Doesn't really have much of a jab. It's just kind of like it's kind of like a rangefinder almost.
That's what Dennis Hogan should do to Saturday in New York. He should have McGregor fly over and walk him to the ring because, you know, McGregor's from Ireland as well. Not that I like McGregor, but it'd be kind of cool to see a little bit of bravado to because you know Charles is gonna be in there with his brothers and every freaking loudmouth from Houston's gonna be in there talking nonsense.
I'm telling you, this I think this might end up being a tougher fight for Charlo than he anticipates.
You think so?
I don't know. I've been pretty good with my predictions as of late, and I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I mean, of the fights this weekend, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, see how this guy throws his punches from his waist?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
And his
just.
chin's right there to be hit. He's a tough guy. He took some.
Well,
big
not only
shots
that,
on
when
guy.
you throw punches like that too, you're so susceptible to counters because a lot of times the way they throw their punches, they completely take their eyes off their opponent. They kind of like they go with the roll. It's just bad, you know. It's bad. It's just bad. But we'll see. But like I said, I mean, I don't think Tim should allow himself because that's definitely part of this guy's strategy is to get under Tim's skin and make him do things that he normally wouldn't do and get out of his routine.
Yeah.
You know.
I hate to say it, but this guy's doing a little bit way too much warming up under there. He's already broken a freaking sweat. He's gonna gas. Look at him, he's already sucking wind.
I know, huh?
Jesus Christ.
Well, you know what that tells me too, though. When you see a person, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not just.
He's trying to burn off that nervous energy, bro.
Well, yeah, burn off the nervous energy, but then that too, he's gonna try to catch Tszyu probably cold early in the first.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get him early. Yeah.
Yep.
We gonna score this fight or what?
Yeah. Let me get my pin. My pin. They're gonna come back and go.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Getting a pin. Get my pin out. To score the fight. Come on, sucker. I got it. There we go.
Are we still live?
Yes, we are, sir. We are live.
How many rounds are they going?
12, aren't they? 12. I don't see this fight going 12 rounds. You know,
What do you say, 12 rounds?
12 rounds.
Yeah, I don't think it's going 12, but
No, I don't think it's going 12. I'm saying that's what it's scheduled for.
you know that little announcer, that guy, the little, not Ray, not that guy Ray Lopez, but the other guy, he's a little Hispanic guy, he does the ones for Golden Boy, Thursday Fight. Dude, he sounds exactly like Michael Buffer. Have you seen that guy?
Mm-mm.
He's a little kind of like a stocky, chubby Hispanic guy, a ring announcer. He was a ring, if you closed your eyes and listened to him last night, you thought Michael Buffer was announcing the fights at the Hangar last night.
That Diamante guy keeps getting a lot of opportunities.
That guy's a dork.
Dude,
He's horrible.
He's
Dude, he doesn't
gotta
have.
smell bad, dude. Have you seen his hair, dude? You just, how do you wash that, dude?
You don't.
Oh, it's gotta be so
You
bad.
don't.
What do you
That's
do?
how
Just
you get dreads
soak
like
your head in
that.
potpourri at night or what?
No, that's how you get dreads at night. You don't. And most people that have dreads like that have head lice.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
So don't get too close to them. You go,
He looks gross, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, dreads are no joke, bro. The only thing they can do, I think they put like eucalyptus oil on them or something. That's supposed to keep the lice
I want to
away.
ask Dave Diamante what was going through his head when he decided one day, because you know he's from like Topeka, Kansas,
Ohio.
or wherever. I'm gonna wait. He wakes up one day and decides he's gonna be like, I'm gonna grow dreads. I just don't get it, dude. And that's like a commitment because he's had those for quite a while.
For years.
Yeah. So Tim Tszyu is 14-0.
Yeah, this other kid has got 2 losses. He's 20 something and 2. He's only got 8 knockouts. This Brubaker.
So I'm saying he's not a big puncher.
Yeah, Tim's got 10 knockouts in 14 wins. So here we go. Here we go. Main event time. The ring walks are happening right now. First to the ring, Jack Brubaker. He's got a mullet. Sorry about the yawning. Jesus.
If I'm not mistaken,
What?
isn't that the same colors and the same pattern and everything that McGregor wore when he came to the ring against Mayweather? It is, right?
Maybe
is.
It's similar. I don't know.
This guy really does think he's McGregor, huh?
I don't know.
What the hell's he doing?
He's burning off that nervous energy.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to do something.
He's nervous, this kid. You can see it. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Now watch Tim. Oh, there's Tim's mom right there and his sister. His mom right there with the short blonde hair.
They're showing Costa Zoo right now. Like father.
Yeah, why are they showing it? What are they doing? Why are they showing Zoo?
They're doing a thing like father, like son. Like son. He comes in just like his dad. Over the rope, huh?
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He just did it right now.
Well, you're obviously a little bit ahead of me.
No, I mean they're showing like are you watching the video that they're showing him?
Yeah.
Watch he comes over.
No, Tim's fundamentally the kid's solid. I showed Robert some video of him, and Robert says, "Yeah, the kid's got a good right hand, a beautiful right hand." When he showed him when he knocked out that Cornejo guy, when he hit him with that right hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice right hand right there, man. And honestly, his build, he's not. They said they got him listed at like 5'9". I think Tim.
He's bigger than that.
No. I think he could go down to 147, dude.
You think so?
Yeah. Look at him. He's not real like.
What, and compete at welterweight?
To me, he looks like he can go down to 147, or he's got to fill out a little bit more at 154. He's playing Eye of the Tiger. He's coming into Eye of the Tiger by American Rock Band Survivor. And there's his grandfather right there. That's crazy. Costa went back to Russia, but his parents stayed in Australia.
Yeah.
I read a story about that. Costa basically told his wife and kids, we're gonna go back to Russia, and his wife says, I don't want to go back to Russia.
His wife was Natasha, right?
Yeah, and then his kids are like, yeah, we're Australian, we were born here, and he's like, okay, I'm out. It's weird too because I'm gonna show you something. Hold on a second.
What the hell are you doing?
got Tszyu's biographies somewhere here.
You got Neil Peart's biography there too?
Yeah, I have it here somewhere. I have Tszyu's biography. The book. I have an autographed copy, and it's crazy when you read the book and you just read about how important his family was to him. It was kind of shocking when I read that he started a new life. He married his publicist, I think. She was someone that worked as like a publicist or something. Much younger. Russian girl, brunette, pretty lady. That's a bit of advice to all you women out there. When your husband says I want to go to Russia, if you don't, he's gonna leave you for a younger woman and go have 2 more kids.
Oh God, there goes my gay dog. Jesus Christ. Did you get that video I sent you?
No, because I have my phone on the thing right now.
No, I said, did you see that video I sent you? Gators.
No,
video.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Uh-uh.
Oh my God, you're gonna crack a rib when you watch it. You know.
I like how Tszyu is pretty much kind of like just no nonsense. He's just wearing a T-shirt. He's not all.
Yeah. He's not flashy. But, his dad wasn't real flashy. He came always in a nice thing, but he wasn't flashy.
His brother, he's got a younger brother, Nikita, who was actually, as an amateur, he was more decorated than Tim was.
What's
Nikita.
he doing?
I think he's just going to university. He just, they go to college there when they're like 16. Here we go.
Yep.
This is an American guy announcing, huh? Dan
Yeah.
Henderson?
Read it, man. I'll take care of it. I got it, buddy. Just come and fight.
And they have a sister too.
Oh, do they?
They have a little sister. Her name is Anastasia. She looks like Tim.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Oh, yeah.
Okay, right now they're doing the announcing Brubaker. He's got a record of. He's got 20 fights. He's got 16 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. He looks very nervous. This kid has expended. This Brubaker has expended a lot of energy between his warming up in the locker room and his
he's definitely
Yeah, he's trying to shake that nervous, and you can see it. He's already kind of breathing heavy, where Tim just looks just cool as a cucumber. Like I said, I think it was just maybe just being in the family he was born into, being there at all his dad's big fights, and just around that all the time. He's just used to it. He's used to the cameras and the attention. Whereas this Brubaker guy, like he just looks really nervous.
Yeah, he does.
Here we go. Fighters are at the center ring here.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of very real deep breaths, which shows me he's got a lot of nervous energy right now.
Yep.
But he's the main event. I mean, has he ever been in a situation like this before? No.
Brubaker, I think in his last fight, I think he was, or he might have. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he looks very nervous.
Go round 1.
Here we go. I think you might be a little bit ahead of me.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and call it, and I'll just score it, okay? So we don't confuse people.
Okay. All right. So come out. Tszyu jab into the body. Throws a left hook. Brubaker's got his hands high and he's moving a lot. But you can see Tim though. He knows how to move. He threw a right hand right there, threw a nice straight right here and just missed. This guy Brubaker is definitely coming forward. He's definitely Tim kind of had the right hand cocked right there and didn't let it go.
A bunch of people.
You see, Tim Tszyu got good speed. He's got good reflexes. This guy Brubaker's coming at him, and he's trying to let something go, but Tim is reacting very, very nicely. He's just very quick. He's reacting real quick. And now he's got Brubaker kind of backing up a little bit in this first round, and he just landed a little right hand right there. Tim landed a little short right hand to the side of the head, and Brubaker tried to make it dirty right there. You see that? He kind of tried to rough him up a little bit when they clinch. Nice jab there by Tim.
Well, Tim's just being very patient. This other guy's gonna gas himself in a couple rounds because he just herky jerky, you know.
He missed bad with the left hook, Brubaker. He tried to lead with that left hook, and I could see right away if he does that again, Tim's gonna try to counter him over the top with that right. If he does that again.
Oh.
Oh, nice right hand right there. So you must be ahead of me by about at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying quiet.
Yeah, I like how Tim is doing a good job in the clinches. He's protecting himself because this guy might try to throw something wild or kind of dirty or, you know. Nice 1-2 right there by Tim. Didn't land real flush, but the one thing I want to see Tim do more of, and I know it's just it's in his genetics because his dad did the exact same thing. He does have a tendency to pull straight back a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, and he also has a tendency of he kind of like how Costa used to, where he used that jab as a rangefinder. Unfortunately, in boxing today, that's a bad mistake sometimes because guys use that, you know, and come right over the top. And if you saw towards the end of that, what you're gonna see right now, but dude took a couple shots. Nothing big that hurt him or nothing, but definitely is. I gave that round to Tim Tszyu easily.
Oh yeah, he definitely controlled that round. But you can see it. You can see he's already kind of measuring, and he's already kind of trying to find a range in that right. He's thrown a couple of pretty strong right hands. One of them got through. The other one's kind of landed, partial. But you can kind of see that right hand coming in. And one thing I will say, if Tszyu hurts this kid, he's gonna go for the finish. He's gonna try to put this kid out. All right, so we are at a commercial right now. Wild Turkey, one of our sponsors, T-Mobile. Jesus, is Christmas over yet? Jesus.
Okay.
So okay, here we go, round 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're ahead of me a little bit, AJ.
Yeah. So I'm letting you call it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm staying out of it.
I don't know why mine is behind like that.
It's ESPN, man. They're a mess.
Yeah, right now though, one thing I want to see Tim do a little bit more. Right now, I think he's kind of loading up one shot at a time. I think he needs to jab a little bit more. Jab, combinations. See right there, he just loaded up on that left hook. I want to see a little bit more combinations and maybe go downstairs. He started off the fight with a good jab to the body, a nice stiff left jab to the body. Oh, nice left hook right there.
Ooh. You know, that was a punch that his father had that a lot of people didn't know, but I always thought was one of Costa Tszyu's most devastating was his uppercut. He used to throw this little kind of half uppercut that was devastating. And I see Tim does it too. He could do it too.
Yeah.
And that'll work against this guy Brubaker because he puts his head straight down.
Oh,
And
he missed with
the
that right
ref's got to
hand.
talk to Brubaker about his head. I've already noticed he's leaning with his head. He's already caught Tim a couple times with his head to the head. You
Remember,
know.
remember, I said that at the beginning. He's got to be careful.
Yeah. Ooh, that uppercut again, man. That uppercut's money. He's hit this guy already with it so many times now. Brubaker's trying to throw the uppercut back. That's a clear sign that a fighter's getting hurt when a fighter tries to throw the same punch you hurt him with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like psychological,
It
huh?
is. You hit a person, hurt him with an uppercut, they'll come back with an uppercut and try to hurt you. Which tells me Tim's
Oh,
hurting
he
him with his
threw it again.
uppercuts.
He threw it again. Yeah, he's throwing it a lot now. One thing I don't want to see, I didn't like how Tim threw it though. He just led with that. You know, that's
His dad used to do
Jack.
that a lot though too. His dad used to, but it was successful. It's just how he used to do it and stuff. But
Tim did a nice job blocking that left hook. Brubaker just threw a left hook, and Tim just right away that right hand went up.
well,
But I do
Tim,
want to see Tim throw some more combinations though. I
yeah,
don't like the loading up one shot at a time in this fight. Like I said, this is not indicative of the way he's been fighting. But I think with this fight, he wants to highlight reel this guy.
yeah.
You know?
And when I look at Tim too, I kind of get the impression of a kid that's still growing. You know, as far as
Physically, you mean?
yeah, physically, and becoming more mature in boxing and stuff like this. He's very patient, which is a good thing. That's a hard thing to teach a fighter in the beginning and
Yeah.
stuff. Being patient. I mean, look at this guy Brubaker. He's got more fights than Tszyu, but he's herky jerky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
He already looks a little gassed too. He took a couple of good shots in that round, but like I said, I still want to see Tim combinations 1, 2, and 3. You know, he's throwing 1 and 2 at a time.
yeah,
I see 1, 2, 3.
like you said, if he gets back to what he knows, like you were saying, and that's how you gotta hurt a guy that's like this, that this herky jerky guy like a Brubaker is with
Yeah,
combinations.
don't try to
Catch him
force
with
a
an
knockout.
uppercut, then come back with the hook, get him off his thing, and then maybe even come back with it. And then his first reaction is gonna be when he gets caught with that hook, he's gonna try to put his head down, catch him with another uppercut, push him to the ropes. But one thing I've noticed about Tim, he's very strong. He may not look it in some ways, but he's strong. He's very. If you
Yeah,
notice, this
he's
guy
lanky,
Brubaker's
but
pretty
he's
put
strong
together pretty well, and he
physically.
can't really push Tszyu around.
Yeah.
But his dad was strong. His dad, Costa, was a strong fighter
Yeah.
and really good balance.
Yeah.
I'm joined by him now. I must say, firstly, thank you for an absolutely brilliant fight. And of course, you came with
See, that's what I like to see with Tim. How he spun around right there.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that. More using, not just coming straight back. Go, get off the line. Nice right hand right there.
Yep.
See, I like that how Tim was covering himself up when they're in those clinches because that guy will try to come over the top with something behind the head. You know.
Oh, he's doing
right
that.
hand.
He's using his shoulder. He's using the top of his head.
Yeah, he tried to hold and hit right there.
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, honestly, what I'd like to see Tim throw here. See how he just caught, you're going to see right now, he caught him with a little little hook. Left hook, I think, is money against his Brubaker, bro. If he can land a left hook,
Nice right hand right there. Oh, nice uppercut again. Oh yeah, that little left hook. Yeah.
that was another punch that his dad possessed. It was, just a straight right where he was almost like squared up, and he would just throw the straight right. You know what I'm saying? And Tim throws it. You'll see him right now. He's got one coming up, and it's a nice punch, but because it comes out of nowhere.
Nice hooks right there on the clinch by Tszyu. Nice body shot. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. So far 3 rounds in. I mean, we're a minute left in the 3rd round. I mean, he's pretty much having his way with Brubaker. Nice right hand.
Did you see that one I was talking about where he squared up?
Yeah. He's got Brubaker holding on right now in 3rd. He's got Brubaker holding on a little bit. You can see he's starting to gas. But like I said,
Oh, yeah.
Tim is loading up and throwing big
Oh,
shots.
Tim's loading up those some big shots right now.
Big shots, and I kind of don't. I mean, I like that he's trying. He says he's got his man hurt, but at the same time, you got to conserve. This is a long fight,
I think
Punch yourself
Brubaker's already
out.
gassed. I honestly, I think in a way this is kind of the right thing for Tszyu to do right now. He's not looking for this fight to go very long. He's got to put this guy away within the next. If it's not by the end of this round, by next round. This guy's gassed.
Yeah, he's gassed big time.
He's gassed big time, and Tim's starting. His defense is coming. His hands are coming lower, and Tim's starting to really unload with some big shots on him right now.
Yeah. Oh, he threw that nice right hand right there. It was kind of like a chopping right hand, but you could tell it had power on it.
Yep.
And Tim is actually, the way he fights, though, his little inside game and with body positioning and stuff, is very. He doesn't fight like a guy with 14 fights.
No, he doesn't. That's what I was talking about. Maturity.
Yeah.
He's very mature for where he's at in his career right now. Very mature.
Okay, we're through 3 rounds. We're in between the 3rd and 4th round right now. Brubaker's breathing very heavy in his corner. Tim looks very calm.
He looks well. Yeah, he doesn't just look calm, but like his dad, Tim doesn't just waste punches. His dad was very selective. Never overly selective, but his dad had a certain punch output, and he was very accurate. I mean, what was Tszyu's normal accuracy rate was in the 40s all the time. I mean, he was never a guy that went in there and missed punches, a lot of punches,
No, he made every punch count, yeah.
And that's what his son does. His son does that. And that's what Tszyu said in the beginning of the fight, if you remember. Patience,
Here we go, round 4.
Ooh. Yeah, Tszyu's definitely throwing some punches with bad intentions on him.
Nice body shot right there by Tszyu. That nice little left hook to the body. That's one thing I wanted to see him do more of. Nice uppercut, but Brubaker landed a good uppercut on Tim. Oh, nice right hand there by Tszyu. Another right hand.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Brubaker's a tough guy, man. He's in there taking some big shots, but I just think it's a matter of time. And one thing I've noticed too is, I think you're right too, bro. If Tim just opened up with some combinations, but like his dad, his dad had speed too, where he would just let this flurry of punches go, and that was it.
Yeah, and Tim is throwing 1 and 2 at a time. I've yet to see him throw more than 2 punches at a time. It's 1, 2. If he throws, maybe adds a 3rd one on there. 1, 2, and then a hook.
I do like how Tim moves, though. I really do. Even when he comes in, oh my god, even when Tim comes in aggressive, he's got this really nice roll. It's like a frontward roll, just like his dad.
Oh, really nice right hand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tszyu is kind of chopping him down right now, and the referee's kind of taking a pretty good look at.
Oh, they threw the. You're gonna see right now.
Nice uppercut by Tim. He's gassed right now. The kid. The towel comes in.
Yeah, towel came in. Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing.
Referee.
Did you see what Tszyu did at the very end after the towel came in? What he did?
Yeah.
He pushed Brubaker. Did you see that? When they go back and they show it again, watch. He pushed him almost like a nudge, like you talk too much, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Tszyu's very respectful though. He just came over and hugged Jeff Fennick and even hugged Brubaker. But yeah, he looked pretty. I mean, look at. You can see Tim's motive in this fight was, I'm going to go and I'm going to stop this guy. I'm either going to put him out cold or the referee's going to have to jump in and stop it. But it was never really even competitive,
No. Fight wasn't competitive. What was it, 3rd round?
4th.
4th round.
Yeah,
I'd give it every round. I'd give it every round to Tszyu. What's that, bro?
Oh, yeah. Every round. Yeah, Tszyu. I had Tszyu up 3 rounds to nothing at 10 in the stoppage. And there was a lot of time left in that round. What was it, about a minute and a half left in the 4th round, if not more. He was taking some shots though. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion. A few more of those straight right hands and uppercuts, and that kid might have been out. He
already looks like he's concussed as it is right now. He's not all there still. I mean, he was gonna get hurt. And don't get me wrong, this guy Brubaker, he's not a bum. This is a guy who's there, and I think Tszyu's got an opportunity as long as he keeps doing what he's got to do. I think he can make some noise in the 154 division.
I definitely see his next fight. They're actually talking about his next fight maybe even being in Russia. you know. But it's not. It's a matter of time before he makes his way stateside. It's only a matter of time. And like I said, if anybody out, the promoter out there, I think that'll probably, it won't be DAZN. It'll
No,
probably be Top Rank.
I think Top Rank. You know,
I mean, could you imagine a year or two from now, like these guys, some of these guys coming up from 147 up to 154? Like, could you see Tim Tszyu versus someone like I don't know, like a Jose Ramirez or something like that? Guys who's fighting at, not Jose Ramirez. Who's the other one? Top Rank guy. Well, not Crawford.
you talking about? Well, I think it this way: Tim Tszyu, Chisera. You know, I mean,
That's what I was saying earlier. I said, but at 154, if Teixeira stays undefeated and keeps the title for a couple fights, then who knows? Maybe Tim will come in and.
you know, Tim Tszyu. But I think Tim Tszyu too. He people are gonna look at him and go, well, is he really a 154 guy? Like how you were saying, but I think Tim Tszyu has that thing like what Erickson Lubin has. They're just big physical kids, but they don't look it, but they are. You know what I'm saying? Lubin's the same way, Erickson Lubin. You know, you look at Erickson Lubin and you don't think he's big enough for that division, but then you see how he invokes his power on these guys and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that was a good stoppage. I mean, the towel came in. I mean, they were just saving him from himself because the kid, Brubaker's a tough guy. He's going to sit there and take shots. I want to hear what he says. Tszyu in the ring now with his grandfather, Boris. And now him and Brubaker exchanging pleasantries in the ring. That's good to see. You know, he talked shit, but you know what though, I mean, immediately Tszyu, even before he started celebrating, he just went over and it was a good event. I mean, good outing. Friday night in Sydney, Australia. They got a packed house, decent sized arena. I mean, this is third time now fighting as a main event, Tim Tszyu, so good for him. Yeah, it was what, 1 minute and 30 seconds, so there was still half of that round left. Yeah, there was no doubt. Let's hear the interview really quick, and then we'll. They call him Tszyu 2.0.
Do something different. Go forward, you know, and I thought I was just about to come up, and I was only, you know.
Yeah, I'll put the audio.
Yeah.
Go forward, you know, and I thought I was just about to come up, and I was only, you know, just getting started. It was a little warm up. I could do another 10 more rounds.
You're really enjoying this stage, and I think perhaps tonight you've enjoyed it more than at any point during this year. It's been a massive year, but this is a highlight, isn't it?
You know, the main thing is all the fans that come out. For you guys, the more of you that are coming in, that are joining in, the bigger the show is for me, the more motivation I get. And you know, we want more titles and we want them in Sydney. So thank you to everyone from Australia, not just Sydney, everyone from Australia, and everyone in Russia as well. I'm coming there as well.
Dad will be watching in some capacity. Do you think he'll be proud of what he saw tonight?
There's always room for improvement. There's never, you know, I've still got hit a few times. So, you know what, this is boxing, and the main thing is to not get hit and just keep getting better and better and better. And I think I am getting better over time.
How far off do you think that world title shot should be? Do you think it's next, or is it further away?
I'll be ready for whenever. It's all up to my team. I'm blessed with a team full of great people that are all behind me, from my sponsors, from my managers, trainers, to everyone involved, my promoter, and to all my fans. You know, this is impossible without you guys.
Congratulations, Tim. Another magnificent night for you.
Thank you.
I think they're going to talk to Jennings. I'm not sure if they're going to talk to him or not. Or Brett
Jack
Brubaker.
Brubaker,
Yeah, you're talking to
absolutely
Brubaker.
no surprise to anyone that you finished this fight on your feet. How did you do that?
Oh, I just got the best chin in Australia, but all credit to Tim. He's a big, strong boy. He's got full of class. I saw the fight, I was copy prediction. I'm humble and defeated. Tim's all class. He's a great team around him. He's going to go a long way. I'm looking forward to saying one day that I share the ring with him. I just want to say thank you to all the people that came out here tonight to support Tim and myself and all the other fighters. Without all you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. I just want to say thanks to Matty Rose, put on a great card. I only had a short time with Jeff. I knew I had to go to Jeff to take the next step in my career. Unfortunately, we didn't have the Grace camp, no excuses. We still trained hard. I just want to thank Basil for stepping up. We spent a lot of time together while Jeff was recovering. I can't thank him enough. He's a great person. All my sponsors, Cook's Plumbing. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. They've been there.
Yeah, so, I mean, very gracious in defeat, right, Brubaker?
Yep. Yeah, very, very gracious. Like I said,
he said he was all cocky before to sell the fight. He's all humble in defeat. So yeah. I mean, it's I guess we'll close it off. But workman-like performance from Tszyu. I mean, he got the TKO in the 4th round. I think he wanted a TKO. His last fight went the distance. His last 2 fights went the distance, I think.
Yeah, and in closing, I think it was a positive performance by Tszyu. He didn't suffer any damage. He looked strong, and he was just really starting to get his motor running, and the fight was over.
Yeah.
So we didn't even really get to see what he had special for the fans, because he was setting Brubaker up for something big. It was coming, and we didn't get to see it because I think Jeff Fennick knew it. Being an experienced guy who's been in wars.
Yeah, and Jeff's talking right now. Jeff's saying
Jeff knew something was coming, and he said, "You know what? I want to see this kid fight another day." So
they're asking Jeff right now, how good can Tim Tszyu be?
I got my volume turned down on that, so you tell me what he says.
He basically said, they asked him how good can Tim be, and he said, he said something about Costa being one of the greatest fighters Australia's ever produced, but it'd be hard to get there, but he can get there,
Well,
you know what is nice? It's kind of nice to see how, be able to watch Tim fight in this era where his dad fought in an era. We would have loved to see Costa fight in this era, but we can't. So at least we can watch his son fight in this era of where these guys are getting bigger purses. There's more platforms. There's more exposure.
Well, yeah, that and the fact that he, like I said, I mean, I look at the division that he's in right now, 154, and I just don't see anybody that really jumps out at me. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys like Araceli Lara, who's probably going to compete at middleweight now, is there. I mean, obviously you got Charlo, and I don't see Jared Hurd staying there. So
No, Jared Hurd's going up.
He's going up to middleweight.
Jermell might eventually go up as well, because those guys are getting bigger. I mean, right now.
I see Tszyu and Jeff Horn. No, even if Jeff Horn, which I anticipate he's going to lose to Zarafa, but even if he doesn't, I see a matchup there, because that would be a good stepping stone, and I see Tszyu stopping. Horn's the dirty fighter. I don't care what anybody says. They could, whatever. He's a dirty fighter, and I don't see him being. I don't see Jeff Horn beating Brubaker. Let's just say that. I think Brubaker beats Jeff Horn. I think Jeff Horn is very mediocre.
Yeah, but if Jeff Horn loses that fight to Zarafa in a couple weeks, there's no need for Tim to get in the ring and fight. There's no need.
No, I know, but I mean, in the sense that Jeff Horn still has a name because he's a conqueror of Manny Pacquiao, and believe me, guys like if Tim Tszyu doesn't take him, then another contender that's a guy coming up will. So I mean, it's better that Tszyu. I would take the fight. I would take the guy and end the guy, because if the guy was a lighter weight, you would see a guy like a Devin Haney if he was at that division, or a Teofimo Lopez. These guys would, because of the fact that Horn beat Pacquiao. Even though it was on paper and we don't think that he won, it is what it is. The guy fought for a world title against Terrence Crawford. He's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I'll be honest with you, Jeff Horn can conceal that loss. he could conceal the 2 losses as a Rafa to the casual fan. They'll never know anything about it. Next thing you know, he ends up in a fight against another fighter, and all people remember is, oh, he beat Manny Pacquiao. They're not going to know about these other fights, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, bro, man, good stuff
All right,
tonight. I'll see you in a few hours. Tomorrow, not today. I mean, the next day, Saturday. We'll be back, everybody, with Enter the Ring. We're going to be covering. We'll be live at 10:30, Mike.
The fights. I think the fights start probably around I think 10:30 or 11. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
The
be
main
live.
event, the main event's going to go off about 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Some good fights. So we'll probably be live around 10:30, 11, whatever. And we're going to cover the Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua fight. For myself, AJ Rage, my brother, Mighty Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Who needs coffee and a donut. I'll have them ready for Saturday, bro. Get some sleep. We hope you enjoyed tonight. Congratulations to Tim Tszyu on a great victory and stuff. And congratulations to Jack Brubaker for putting on a hell of a performance. Good night, everybody. Night, bro. See you tomorrow.